I know there's a lot of big talk surrounding Baldur's Gate 3. Don't get me wrong. However, I wanted to go ahead and actually highlight this story that talks about the newest patch that Baldur's Gate 3 has implemented. Look at this article. I mean, no shade to Baldur's Gate 3, but there's something I wanted to point out. It says Baldur's Gate 3 patch 8 is among its biggest, holding 48 pages, approximately 19,000 to 20,000 words of patch notes in its vast and bountiful form. When you read this article, it's going to just be a lot of, man, this game, patch 8, the announcement, Sven, I don't know how you say his last name, his assertion after the announcement last week that Baldur's Gate 3 has lots of notes to get through. He writes, I just read 48 pages of patch notes on this. If there were a Michelin guide to patches, I'd give this one 3 stars. 48 pages is a lot. However, if you go on any of the patch notes on Larian website, you'll notice that they aren't actually divided up into pages. So how big is patch 8? Well, I spent a lot of non-insignificant amount of my workday copying and pasting patch notes into Google Docs to craft a rough estimate. An 11-point A4 document revealed blah, 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 blah. Guys, this is why PC gamers play old games. By the time it's all said and done, right? This game is going to be fine wine. If you think I'm playing, look at the very first comment underneath this particular video. It says, Baldur's Gate 3 just keeps getting better as I patiently wait for a 50% discount before I start my first playthrough. I told y'all, when people were talking about Newzoo's, recent data set, they were like, oh, Newzoo shows that, PC gamers constantly keep playing old games. Yabba dibba dibba da. Well, it's because devs can't seem to actually finalize their games even after the game has been out for almost 2 years. Okay? So when you look and say, oh, PC gamers, are centered around older games, what else do you expect? What else do you expect PC gamers to do? And again, you know what's crazy, ladies and gentlemen, is this is the same gaming market that, Nintendo is coming into. Now, granted, I guess one thing Nintendo probably could, pretty much brag about is it finishes its games and it drops them. You know what I mean? But still, a lot of the developers, they basically go ahead and, they'll do some really, really cool stuff, no problem. But man, the way the hype has been insane, it really drags people in. Like this person says, I've been on the same track, but finally caved in last week and settled for 20%, figuring Larian deserves my money after all. Well, if you feel so. This person said, I take years to play big games. Finally started The Witcher 3 not long ago. Did not play Fallout 4 for nearly 4 years after release. After W3, what is this? Oh, Witcher 3, sorry. I'll play Kingdom Come, the first game. Oh my gosh. I just bought Cyberpunk last month. LOL. Guys, this to me is exactly what I've been basically trying to point out. And I've seen the same behavior as well, even in, my own, gaming behaviors and gaming habits. It's either I'll play the same game over and over again, or I'm just taking my time through titles that are just, older. And I'm not the kind of person that really always wants to sit there and play one game. I like to, if I have games in my library, oh, let me check this game out over here. Let me see what this game's about. Let me see what this game's about. Before you know what's going on, sorry, I've started like 15 games and I haven't even gone through, anyone. I'm sorry. This is my frame of mind is kind of weird. You get what I mean? So you're seeing this particular story, and from this story, it's showing you something that has probably put, and to be fair, not only PC gamers are behaving like this, because the data set showed differently when Matt Pescatella came on the Kind of Funny podcast and said, that a very small percentage of gamers are buying a new game every month. right? So this is actually very interesting. Because someone please help me buy Baldur's Gate 3. I love this game, but I can't afford it. I can make up for it when I have money. Just wait for it to be on sale. This person is saying that. And yet they won't do any actual DLC for reasons. Right? 48 pages of patch notes. I mean, the things gamers celebrate these days is quite interesting. I'm not going to lie. But hey, man. We're going to do what we're going to do. Thanks for watching the video. Talk to me in the comment section. Appreciate you guys so much. Peace out.